Midlands Metalheads Radio, we're live here at Hard Rock Hell 12 in North Wales, and I'm glad to say that we've got our Celtic cousins with us. And Colleen. Hi guys.
How you doing?
Yeah, yourself.
All from Glasgow?
I'm actually from Livingston, which is kind of on the outskirts of, it's kind of between Edinburgh and Glasgow. So
it's like purgatory.
It's not, nobody really respects it, to be honest.
I just know the football team and that's it, really.
Nobody likes you guys.
So, career so far, you've had your debut EP?
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
Ask these fellas.
Yeah, we had our new EP. New EP? It's not new. Our New Beginning EP.
New Beginning, yeah.
So we brought that out last year, early last year, and yeah, reception for that's been great. And now we're working towards the debut album, so it's all go.
Is that in the pipeline then? Is it the new album or the debut album? Yeah.
Yeah, we've been basically properly writing from January through to now. And we're aiming for about springtime next year to bring that out, so keep your eyes peeled.
So you're still working on it at the moment then, are you?
Still working on it, just wee bits and pieces to kind of pull together. Just making sure we can write the best album we can write, really.
Yeah, fair play. So, how do you all get together then? Are you all school friends or in bands together?
Yeah.
College, completely college.
Yeah.
The Academy of Music and Sound in Glasgow.
In Glasgow?
Yeah. We all just kind of, we us three were in the same year, but Lawrence was in the year above. And we'd always heard Lawrence play guitar, and we were always just, gobsmacked at what he could do. Do you know what I mean? So.
Have they ever told you this before?
Yeah, they're too nice.
Yeah.
When it came to like us auditioning guitarists, Lawrence's name was one of the first names to come to our minds. So yeah, we're glad to have him.
Aww. Thanks. It's really cute.
Bit of man love on the radio.
Yeah. Man love on the radio.
So yeah, what influences did you bring into the band then, the four of you?
Well, I guess we'll go around. Off the top of my head, my favourite bands at the moment, let's say, are Pantera, Rage Against the Machine, Jeff Buckley's stuff, and Jimi Hendrix's stuff, and Thin Lizzy.
So right across the board there.
Yeah.
More so 90s when you mentioned Pantera and...
Like, I don't know, here's the wonderful thing about living in 2018 is that you can appreciate everything that's happened. You don't have to choose an era. You get to pick the very finest from every point. I feel like people underrate that.
But like Buckley and Hendrix, obviously, with the guitar work.
Yeah, well, the Fender men.
Yeah.
Fender men.
Yep.
Nice. I like a bit of everything, man. Like, I go from the Foo Fighters to Mastodon to, I like bands like Atreyu, Avenged Sevenfold, Back in the days, I was a bit of a kind of emo, so I liked all that stuff, but
You heard it here first, folks.
Side shed and all.
Oh, like this.
Yeah. I used to do that.
Yeah, man. But my music taste kind of matured over the years, and I'm into lots of stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, for me, it's I grew up. My dad was a big classic rock fan, so I grew up on bands like Deep Purple, and Free, Thin Lizzy, Bad Company. Zeppelin, all that stuff, so that's kind of the thing I've grew up with, as well as bands like U2, who are a kind of controversial one, but I really like them. I think they're a great band. And then I love everything that the guys have said before me. Big fan of the grunge scene as well. So
when you mentioned the early 70s classic rock bands, excuse me asking this question, but you weren't around when they were around, so how did you get into that?
My dad plays it all the time, still does. So from about Yehai onwards, he's just been
to Yehai.
To Yehai.
Looks well on radio, that does. Yep.
It's just been ingrained into my head, so it's something that comes quite naturally. Is that kind of 70s vibe?
Yeah.
In my head, just kind of.
Does that come through in any songwriting and any material
it's
that
come
you're doing?
through more recently. What we're writing for the new album than it is on the EP. I would say there's a lot more kind of classic rock influence in what we're doing now, which is all about developing as a band really, and new things happen, new things come along. So
look, mine.
Follow that.
I love like Pink Floyd and the Doors, and Jeff Buckley's like my favourite artist, and it's just people like that. Like, I love my favourite band tonight is probably Nothing But Thieves. But I love a lot of the stuff that's mentioned before, like whole range of stuff, like everything, reggae and Bob Marley stuff.
How
like
about
that.
Stone Broken?
Yep.
Because you're on tour with them very shortly.
Yeah, we
Let's see.
are.
You've
How
heard.
many dates? How many dates are you doing?
We're doing four
Yeah.
dates with them.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
playing Aberdeen, Edinburgh, Glasgow, and then Newcastle.
Excellent stuff. Bet you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, really looking forward to it.
First time in Newcastle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're letting you out across the border then, are they? Yeah.
We got the permit sorted, so
Have you got any other dates in mind for not so much the end of this year, but 2019 as a whole?
there's a few kind of exciting tours that are in the works, but we have to stay.
Oh yeah, I understand.
But all will be announced hopefully quite soon. But really exciting stuff.
Yeah. Would you go out as headliners as such, or are you?
Not quite yet. We're not quite there. I think we've got to kind of hit the road with someone else who's maybe a wee bit more established outside of Scotland than us. We've only played in England. We've played Download Festival, we've played Stone Free, we played Isle of Wight. But it'd be good to go back down there with someone who's pulling in crowds.
Yeah, it's more individual gigs rather than festival.
We've got to earn our stripes down this
That's
neck
true.
of the woods.
Yeah. You enjoying being a festival band, so to speak? When you mentioned
Yeah.
Rambling Man and Stone Free, yeah.
It's brilliant because it's you come here like we arrived here last night, and it's the same feeling no matter what festival you're at, where everybody's just having a good time and there's no nonsense, and if people know you, they come up to you and they're like, oh brilliant, blah blah blah, and they're chatting to you, and that's happened at every single festival we've went to. It's just been people having a good time. They're walking about and just random people are talking to you, and you ask them who they've seen, who they're going to see, and if they say us, we're like, yes.
Yeah. Anybody on this bill that you're going to take time out to actually go and see yourselves
Seen Phil
as
Campbell last
fans,
night.
as opposed to
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
I love that.
Phil was amazing, man.
yeah, saw them at Steelhouse, amazing
Yeah,
set they
fantastic.
did, yeah.
All of the members are really tight, The vocalist, he's a good frontman and
Yeah.
good singer as well, man.
Yeah.
It's good to hear some of the Motorhead stuff as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whoever's doing the sound in there, they definitely know what they're doing. Everything's pretty damn crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded great. Oh, you came in and you were like, I thought that was a recording.
I did, yeah.
When Phil
I was-
Campbell came on.
I was in the chippy bit, man, just getting a portion of chips, and I heard music that was quite loud, and I was like, oh, that must be just playback music coming through the PA, and I walked in and there was a band playing, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I hope ours sounds like this tomorrow. So, yeah.
I mentioned influences earlier. Have you got any guilty pleasures as regards music?
This has been the question of the weekend.
And this
so
is
far.
now as opposed to as you were growing up. Is there anything you listen to now that people wouldn't identify you?
Don't hand that to me, you cheeky so-and-so.
If you say Rihanna, we're going to stop it here and now.
Oh, it's better than Rihanna.
Because,
It's
well,
better than Rihanna.
On the way here, the standout song, and they're going to pretend that they weren't dancing, they weren't singing. It's on the Instagram story if you want to check out. Livin' La Vida Loca. What
Not
a
Ricky
tune.
Martin. Yeah.
Yep.
You Ricky.
Yes. Also, the Spice Girls are great. And I wanna dance with somebody. That's a great song.
Whitney Houston.
And,
Yeah.
No, not Mariah Carey. No.
Right,
Who is that? Who does that song?
Whitney Houston.
All right, okay.
She used to. She's not with us now. But she
No,
used
she's
to,
not.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yep.
Right, moving swiftly on from the Spice Girls. Any others?
What do you mean?
I mean, when I
You're
was
going to get tickets for the new tour, aren't you?
Yes.
Tell us. Yeah.
I'll be there, man.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I don't know, the Top of the Pops used to come on. I don't know, I was always fascinated with Kylie Minogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of people are saying.
Wonder why.
Na 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 na. My head's spinning round or something.
Yeah.
So that song used to come on all the time, and I loved it, man. And obviously, when you're a kid and
It was the Hot Pants that did it,
you see
wasn't
someone
it?
like
Let's be fair,
Kylie,
yeah.
man, you're like, oh my
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
face glued to the telly.
Yeah.
Don't go down that road. Right. Go on, yeah.
Well, I'm a really big Elton John fan. Love Elton John.
Bit of sense of that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't feel guilty about that because we say guilty pleasures. I'm not guilty of being an Elton John fan. What a fantastic vocalist and songwriter and everything. I don't know. I'm not really guilty about anything. Someone says, "Oh, you like that?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do."
As long as it's good in its music. Yeah.
I did actually. The one that you guys always reprimand me for is I actually really liked Harry Styles' solo album, which is like, it's really good.
Just leave, mate. Just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to it, honestly.
So
Don't
you're
knock
going to be
it.
appearing as a trio then, are you?
Instrumental.
Yeah.
Wait, can I check? You go.
No, I was just going to say, like, bands that don't get shown in a good light, like The View and stuff, like from Scotland, and I kind of grew up in teenage years listening to bands like that.
Does any of those bands you've mentioned, apart from the Spice Girls, does any of that influence any music that you may want to do in Anchor Lane?
Probably Elton
Is it
John,
going to
Elton
be
John's
flat on hard rock or classic rock? Is it, or are you going to bring other elements into
There's
it?
always hard rock, but like these guys are successful when they do. They're all like they've always got choruses. There's hooks there, and that's what we try and achieve. And you've got to do that if you want to have music that's likeable and accessible, and have a catchy chorus and hooks.
Well, among everything, the reason that we have these guilty pleasures is because the songs are so well crafted.
Yeah.
Even though you kind of, pop's got this idea of being garbage and being, churned out and whatnot, it's churned out because there's people behind the scenes that know exactly what they're doing. So, I believe that you go through life, and if you're writing music, you basically take in everything that you hear that you like, and it's just kind of a melting pot.
Yeah.
So influence comes directly from here or from here. It's just kind of all in there. So there will be certain songwriting aspects more than anything, more than the outfits of these guilty pleasures that will come through. But you're not going to go, that's a Spice Girls song.
Yeah, I hope not.
It's just a wee.
So you're not going to wear a Union Jack dress on stage, that's amazing.
Definitely not.
Guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much indeed for your time. All the best with the album.
Cheers.
Looking forward to hearing it when it comes out, and all the best for 2019.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Midlands Metalheads Radio live at Hard Rock L12 with Anchor Lane.
Woo!